Well, you want to finish on the lane you have the best shot on, or you think you have the best shot on. You know, for Lonnie, he's chosen to start the match. That means he's going to have to finish the match.
Well, he opened up his match with Brian Voss with 4 in a row, got on the offensive right away.
And maybe that's why he chose to finish on the right lane. You see that ball drifting high. He just got done practicing. I can only assume that he just doesn't like his look on that left lane.
Well, he's been on a roll, pardon the pun, for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Look out. All right. And the last thing you want to do for 120 grand in the championship match is miss spares.
Well, tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, get a behind-the-scenes look at Duke basketball as The Light, presented by Circuit City, brings you a closer look at what it's like to play round ball at Duke, part of The Block on ESPN. And after the season, stay tuned to The Block for Pardon the Interruption, Sports Century 86, and Sidelines LA Hoops, presented by Gatorade. Well, Doug Kent is picking up where he left off, Randy.
He's got a good look. He knows that the job at hand is to make good shots. If he makes good shots, he knows the ball walks to the 1-3 pocket. And with his ball roll and the way his ball's entering the pocket, his carry looks pretty good.
Yeah, I would like to thank the proprietors, the co-proprietors of Southwyck Lanes, Sherry Gratop and Daryl Ducat on the right. Thank you, folks. Great hospitality again this week. And the lanes have really set up to Doug Kent's liking throughout this week because he played in, more comfortable there.
Oh! That was the atomic messenger. You see that head pin come ripping across, looking for the 10. Almost left a pocket 7-10.
Well, he bought a break there.
Watch the head pin go into the sidewall, and it comes looking for the 10 in a hurry.
How does this speed and board rank up to what he's been? About the same?
It's obviously a little bit further left on the left lane. That's the hooking lane. And he's real happy about making that spare.
That's where you walk away and you just go, okay, that's all right. That's what they call a good spare.
So if you got him on that one.
Now Lonnie Walizcek opened up with a spare in the first. Once again, as he talked about at the top of the show, just relaxing. You have to push out that 120 out of your mind right now. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it went down.
Got a great break there. That was a light squisher, and he actually got the messenger that Doug was looking for.
Well, here's what he's done the last couple of weeks. He's missed the cut 2 of the last 4 in Burlington and Latham, but he came back in Erie through the round of 32. Great comeback there. Started out a little shaky, but he says after talking to John Jowdy, it's really helped his game and is showing in the results.
Well, I think the condition this week was favorable for Lonnie. He likes to play in. He's very good at playing in. This week, you saw a lot of the guys lofting it over the left gutter because the lanes broke down and hooked so much. Whenever the pattern's real flat like this, you always see the players playing in. This week, however, there's a little twist. You have that option of playing in between the second and third arrow going really straight. It's what I did all week. Brian Voss did that all week. Now, Lonnie Walizcek, the biggest moment of his professional career, championship match, $120,000, first place prize.
Well, he had a chance to go up by 10.
And that would have been nice to take advantage of that, that swisher he caught on the right lane.
Well, his wife Amy was telling us before. I said, what if he goes to the finals? And all, she says, well, he's such a relaxed guy. She goes, I knew he was relaxed last night. Amy said because he was snoring. So he did get some sleep last night. And here's a young man that spends a lot of time working out, keeps his body in great shape. $120 to the winner, $50,000 to the second place finisher.
Tell you what, if I was bowling for the title and $120,000, you'd have to hit me in the head with a club to get me to sleep last night.
I know. I don't see how they do that.
I would have tossed and turned all night. Then, you know, you look at the other side, $50,000 for finishing second. That's not bad either.
Well, Doug Kent
A little bit.
opened up with a strike. A couple of 9s in the second and third. You know, he's always talking about his timing, but you can see how consistent he has been. Doug never really is satisfied with his timing, is he?
Well, I think he's always fidgeting and working on things, but I think that's why he's so good and what's made him so good. He never really just kind of rest on his laurels. He's always working on his game and trying to improve.
They came out so aggressively against Rick Steelsmith.
You know,
Do you think he's backing off a little bit?
Oh, I don't think so. And, you know, look at what Doug's done the last 9 events. All he's done, he's only missed the cut once, and that was in Medford. He's made it to the round of 32 each and every week. Latham, New York, only the round of 64. But he's got a third-place finish in Dallas, like we talked about, 16th in Burlington.
Looking for his 5th title. He liked it as soon as it left his hand.
Getting the ball to the 1-3 is half the battle. Knocking him over is after that. After the ball gets there is the other half, or the other chore. Head high, shoulder high backswing. Great balance. He knows it as soon as it left his hand.
Now Lonnie Walizcek knew from a very early age he wanted to bowl. That's all he ever wanted to do. He's an English major. Wichita State, wanted to be a bowler. And again, he leaves the 10. That's the 3rd 10 he has left in this match.
Alrighty. Making good shots, getting the ball to the pocket. Ball's losing a little bit of energy as it enters the pocket, leaving the weak 10. It's where the 6-pin, instead of going to the sidewall and taking the 10 out, it just kind of lays there in the channel. Ringing 10 is when it goes up and around or up and over.
Well, this match is dead even. Doug Kent in the 5th. This is the only bad frame that Doug Kent had in the match number 1. Also the only bad frame that Lonnie Walizcek really had through the first 5 in match number 1. He left that single pin spare.
Here's a hook. Just overthrew it. Oh, he got the great break, took the 10 out. Overthrew it. You could see him overthrow it. Ball went right through the break point.
Just missed the 1 completely, Randy.
Location was about the same. Speed was a little firm. Ball went right through the break point. A lot of times when you see that speed go up, it's because the players actually miss it a little bit at the bottom. And when there's less friction created with the bowling ball, the speed of the ball picks up and goes faster. When you see change of direction down the lane.
Well, the 5th in match number 1 was his Achilles heel. The 5th in match number 2 also jumps up to get him.
When you see the bowling ball making a change of direction down the lane, as you see this ball going right by the head pin, the ball is actually slowing down. It's gripping the lane. It's adhering to the lane. It looks like it's going faster, but it's actually slowing down. That's why we register speed up front, about 8 feet from the foul line towards the pins, where there's not a whole lot of friction being created.
And he is up by 24 pins.
That ball just kind of laid there. It looked like it was a little bit left.
Hey, you're talking about a guy with a lot of revs without throwing it faster. That is Doug Kent. How does he do it?
He does it with hand. He does it with tilting his axis of rotation off of his hand. What he does with his hand up the back, around it, that snap release we talked about, transferring weight from the thumb to the fingers at release. Like I said earlier, he can do whatever he wants to with a bowling ball. It's just a matter of repeating what it is he wants to do.
You know, he really didn't have good reaction in the first game versus you last night. He changed his angle, went with a little softer speed, a little more roll. He was able to adjust.
There's the hook. Look out.
That could have really put Lonnie Walizcek in a hole.
That was the break he was looking for. Comes the bird dog, the head pin again, going to the sidewall.
That's a gnat's eyelash.
Oh, man, just right behind it. Doug real soft with his hand at release. That gets the ball off his hand clean.
Well, he does have a happy face in the 6th because Doug Kent leads by 23 pins. We are halfway through. Who will be the world champion? Who will be smiling, Kent or Walizcek?